Hi everybody, it's Diane here with 61 index cards. So that is the proper amount for iCAD if you do it in June and July. If you do it January and February. So anyway, I usually do a flip through at the end of iCAD, so I thought I'd flip through these 61 cards and then we'll take it from there. This first couple, I think you saw already. I don't remember if I did it on camera, I just showed them. That's just collage, faux stitching on the edges. This is a fabric cluster in here with other accoutrements. There's zigzag all the way around. Let's put these in order again, Diane. I did number all of them. It's an old calendar there, 1958. Scrapbook paper bird. This one we did together. It's an old magazine image, some stitching. And we did that together too. Fabric, old magazine, washi tape, stenciling back there. I don't do too much of that. This one's kind of different. This and this were in that paper book I have that you're supposed to cut up. That was a magazine image. This is just cardstock I cut. And it's always small pieces that make the big picture. Marker. It's kind of cool. It's different. This is an old collage sheet image in here. And I had a novel picnic out of an old book. That's out of that book too, I think, that you're supposed to cut up. This fabric back here. Scrapbook back there. Pretty. It's a fabric stamp I made. Actual stamps. I think that's a collage sheet image too, that girl. Or, no, it's a book image. That's right, it's out of a book. Magazine flowers. It's pretty. Old seed catalog image. Faux stamp I made. Washi tape in the background. Catalog image. I did gesso down some of this so it would stand out. The stitching all the way around. I'm in my sedate, boring, explaining voice again too. Sorry about that. We did this kind of together. That's an old magazine image, scrapbook, magazine behind, stitching. Bird image is out of a book. The rest is magazine, some spattering. This one I had said, I wish I had the bird down a little bit. I do, but it's okay. You know, it's fine. Another bird image out of that same book, I think. Magazine, yarn stitched down here. Back is magazine too, with some spattering on it. Paint around the edges. This is all magazine, I think. I painted over this because it was white and this tan. The birds are pieced over. We did that together too. It's an old playing card image I cut down, and the rest is scrapbook paper. Faux stitching around the sides. This is all scrapbook, and it's just cute. Well, the bottom is washi. It's just cute little stuff that I liked. That's all there is to that. This is out of a book, and actually, as you could tell, I kind of cut these kids apart more so they'd fit better. Washi tape. This is one of those things I have sitting around, and then I put scrapbook paper images in the negative spaces. It's markered sprinkles back there, or jimmies, whatever you call them. It's all magazine except for the postage stamp. It's kind of neat. Kind of neat. This is all magazine. It's pretty. How did I do that? Oh, okay. The plate and this is all one image, so it's cut like this. I did not cut that out. I know that. That's pretty. I like the colors. This one was kind of a booger. This is different. These were placemats, I think, back there from this. But I had this all together, and this as a Christmas garland. And I had it on, I forget what it was, but I had it on a color background or something. Did not like it once it was done. So I cut it all out. It's cut out and put back on another card. It was just way too busy. So it's fine in the end, but that was a pain. This one's just kind of nice, simple-ish. It's pattern tissue is the tan stuff. Otherwise it's magazine, stitching around. This one's kind of cute. This, if you could see there and there, those trees actually end. They were in a magazine. So those are cut out. And then I finished them off. I did add this branch. The rest is scrapbook. And it needed something without these words on here. It's cute, but it doesn't look finished, joined. So because it was so black and white, I thought maybe it would be kind of cute to make it look like it's sort of like a, like a kid craft or something. You're supposed to, paint blue here and dark green here and light green here. I did print that off on my computer. It's just, a collage. It's a faux stamp I made, scrapbook paper, I think is all the rest. Stitching. Oh, this one's kind of cool too. It's a playing card. It's back here. I added the bird. I added this part of the tree, obviously, and the messy stitching, which I have no problem doing lately because my machine's been acting up. This is tissue paper in the background, and then that's all magazine. It was mostly one ad, with the exception of this black and white. But I just thought that was kind of neat. It's just a picture. It's a typical magazine type collage, stitching around. This is too, although it's a tad abstract, you could say. I just picked some sort of nonsensical phrase there. I forget what this was. I mean, it's some kind of decoration in a magazine. I don't remember what it was though. And that's a light. This is actually a wall. So I, fudged over with paint. And this one, I was sick and tired of it being cold. So I made a little card about that because I found this picture in an old C catalog. This washi tape on the bottom is glittery sequins. These two we did together on camera. As you may recall, I had trouble with this one, but it's fine in the end. It's an old McCall's needlework image there with the snarky phrase, as is this. And then I went and did a third one by myself. I don't think you saw that. And it says, "What are you looking for?" I thought that was sort of appropriate. This is a sticker. This actually, it is scrapbook paper, the white and then the wide pink and the white. Collage type thing here. It's all magazine. I did carry over, I don't know if you could tell, this part had ended here. I carried over so they weren't walking off into outer space there. The bird I think is out of a book. You saw that not too long ago. It's an inchy on there, as is this. We were using inchies. And that one. And this one. And then since I had done that chicken one, I was looking for, chicken type stuff, and I cut that coop out. Well, that wound up not, the style is very different. That didn't work. So I had to do something with it. So we made another funky chicken one, which I kind of like this. I like the colors. And yeah, if you could tell, that is upside down, the text. And now I don't remember why I did. I mean, it's a mistake. I don't remember what happened, but I think it's okay. That's cut out of a playing card. I added the cloud and the smoke and everything. And that's a Snoopy quote. Just a little cutesy collage. It's scrapbook paper with a magazine word and then sewing around. Some paint. This is a playing card image there, the circle, and then the rest is scrapbook with sewing, and then it's a marker pen border around. This one's kind of neat. I had received this, on an envelope, and that post, I don't know if anyone has seen it, but the love postmark, I like the way it was on this color. I know it looked kind of cute with the bird. So I wanted to do something with that. So obviously I went with colors. Those clouds I just cut out of scrapbook paper. And the sequins, I actually sewed them on instead of gluing. I thought that was kind of interesting. And that way they won't fall off over time. A magazine, girl on a bike here. The rest is scrapbook paper. This one, it's scrapbook paper here with the image of the boat. I forget what was on the other side, but I had been using the other side of it. Oh, it was like a aqua paper, turquoise. Anyway, this was a scrap, but it had landed boat side up, and I thought it was kind of cool, so let's do something with the boat. So it's scrapbook behind. That's a trim I copied, scanned and printed out of an old bird book. Sewing. I think that's actually kind of nice. This is out of an old bird book too. Actual stamp, actual piece of a, coin wrapper. The rest is scrapbook. Sewing on the bottom. This is just fun and funky. These cats are sponges you can buy in a catalog. I thought they were cute. This is scrapbook, this is magazine. The small hearts are a rubber stamp, the big ones are scrapbook paper. I think that's pretty. This one's kind of cute. This image was out of a magazine. So I added more of those circle things I just showed you with scrapbook paper hearts and an envelope and stamping. There's stamping in the background with some yellow paint. Cute. Alright, here are our paper doll book cards. If you missed that, there's a video with this. So these are covers of paper doll books. That one, and this one. And this shows a page in there. And this, and a page. And then this one I did because I had glued this, when I glued it, the neon pink is an old index card to use with the Phyllis Diller card, I think. Anyway, one of those, and I changed my mind, so I had to do something with it. So this image was out of that paper book I have, as was this and this. It's rubber stamp with paint in the centers. It's cute. This is just kind of goofing around. I had this cactus image cut out. I think it was for my glue book, but it wouldn't fit, so it was just over there. And these I had cut out for a page in the large altered book, and these were extras. And they were kind of sitting by each other, so Diane's brain went, oh, I should put these on the cactus like it's a flower. And as far as I'm aware, I'm delightful because it's sort of like a spiky cactus, but it's all smiley and happy. I thought that was funny. And this is cardstock I glued to the index card. This was kind of screwing around too. This was squares I had left over from those inchy notebooks. It's cheesecloth, scrapbook paper, faux stitching around this one. It's pretty. For being busy, that's pretty nice. This was kind of the same thing as that. I had this image, so I added the rest of scrapbook too with paint in the back. It's pretty. This was kind of goofing around too, although this was all in that didn't use it yet box. It's an actual postage stamp there. The rest is magazine and faux stitching around. Alright, these next three are kind of what a lot of people think of when you say collage, where you make it kind of like a surreal picture, I just cut out this basket of yarn. I just thought it was neat. I was going to make an index card collage with it. And in trying to find other stuff, I came across this skier, and I thought, oh, she should be skiing down the... Because that's why everyone's brain works, right? She should be skiing down the yarn. So that's what she did. And I did put some paint there because it was, it's white there. And you couldn't see her skis anyway. So in lieu of drawing them in, I just made it look snowy. I did redraw in her ski poles. This magazine, and I spattered some white to look like snow. And then this one, I cut out this big piece of bread. I forget why. To do something with. And then I found this woman image where she's holding like wheat or something. But it made me think of a Carol Burnett scene with the Nora Desmond character where she does a scene and it's bread, the staff of life, and just agree with her. Zigzag up there, the rest is magazine. Anyway, I think it's neat and it's funny. I started with I'm making soup tonight, then I found this pantry, spice shelf picture, added the borders of magazine, and it's like, well, what do I do with it now? And I came across, those are Downtown Abbey people in a picture. I never watched that show. But this, I think it said that anyway, and so I'm assuming that's people, actors from that. So, and those are dictionary spoons. Neat, Diane. The background is old book page. The rest is all scrapbook. It kind of started with, this was literally just this was a border I had left. So in lieu of throwing it out, we did this. This is an image out of an old magazine, back a travel ad. And this is old rubber stamp I have, but it kind of looks like this animal, ox, whatever it is. The rest is scrapbook. It's an old map back there. It's nice. I did put this on black construction paper because it was sort of disappearing there. This is kind of fun. This started with, this is a photo out of a magazine. It's an arched gateway with roses. I didn't know where I was going with it, but for some reason I thought of Alice in Wonderland. So we have teacups here. I don't know if you can see, but the Cheshire Cat is up there. And then a line from the book, scrapbook paper border, rubber stamping, and some crochet cotton around the bottom. Oh, there is stitching around there. Oh, and paint in the back. Yeah, this was actually kind of elaborate. Paint, stitching, book, magazine, scrapbook paper, crochet cotton. There's nothing else you could possibly put on there. And then the last one is kind of elaborate too. Since I had the Alice in Wonderland stuff going, I had this quote, and so, okay, let's do something with the Queen of Hearts. So I found this image. It's scrapbook paper, although I added the hearts and the pink there. Okay, I was just going to have it on here, and I had this scrapbook paper I was going to use as a border. But when I put it on there, for some reason I just went, oh, it should be a pocket, right? It's got to be a pocket. So this scrapbook, another scrapbook paper image, ribbon, sewing, stamping, inking. And then, as I said, this was a scrapbook paper image. I did back it. The back was just like a background thing. I didn't like it. So this coffee dye notebook with stamping, another scrapbook paper image. And then this is just the scrapbook paper card and another scrapbook paper image. And I back that too. Okay, so there's 61. So is she going to keep doing this? At the moment I'm going to say I don't know, but it occurred to me with 61 cards. Anybody that knows me, do you notice anything odd about them? There are no movie stars in any of these. I don't know how I got through 61 cards without doing somebody, Buster Keaton or somebody. So I think I'm going to do that. So I might print off some movie stars and make some movie star cards, and then I'm just going to take it from there. I had started this because I kind of didn't know what to do because I'd finished off some books and I needed a project, and so I just thought, well, I'm making index card collages. It could be early iCAD, or I can just keep making them all year. I don't know, and I still don't know. So there you have it. The first, probably not the last, of this year's index card collages. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a nice day.